Roblox is dying? Haha, April Fools, guys. Roblox isn't dying. But ChloeGames, it's not April Fools anymore. It's literally the 3rd of April. Well, yeah, to that I say just leave me alone. You don't know what you're talking about. Roblox had an estimated 192 million monthly active users in March of 2021, which is a drop of 7 million from the previous month. This lower number is expected as restrictions are slowly lifting. Are there really people out there right now that truly believe Roblox is dying because they dropped down by 7 million active players versus the previous month? The answer to that question, I guess, is something that we can find out, but for now, hey demons, welcome to hell. Perhaps this is a difficult question and only those with the highest of IQs can answer it, but please leave a like on this video and subscribe if Roblox. And you know the drill by now. Speaking of hell, please join discord.gg/ChloeGames. I am talking in there all the time, so if you want to say hello to me, if you want to give me a video idea, whatever you want to do, you can come and say it right to me. Roblox monthly active users estimate 192 million in March 2021, a drop of 7 million on February. No, this does not mean that Roblox is dying. And you know what? The fact that Roblox can have 192 million unique individual entire people playing on their platform throughout the month of March is already insane enough to imagine. And I can say that those numbers like that on Roblox, that's even harder to believe when you have been playing Roblox since the most popular games on the front page had a maximum of hundreds of players. Like, they never even touched the thousands. But to then go even further than that and realize the fact that they had 192 million monthly active users this past month, and the fact that that is a number that was lower than the previous months, that's when it becomes even crazier, because this isn't the highest that they have ever been. They have been higher. Like, what I'm trying to say is the fact that they are here with 192 million monthly active users in March, and that could be considered as low compared to their previous months. Like, surely you must know how successful you truly are if 192 million is low compared to what you usually get. I mean, of course, Roblox isn't actually dying, like, quite literally in any aspect whatsoever. Roblox is most definitely not dying, and honestly, it's quite the opposite. What else was I supposed to title this video? So I do hope you forgive me for that title. Forgive me for scaring you, whatever happened. But in this chart, I think this chart is very, very interesting because it starts from December 2019 and it shows us every single month right up until March 2021, and it's very, very interesting to see these statistics, and especially, you know, progressing through what happened during 2020 and what is still very much currently happening right now. But basically, December 2019, the monthly active users was 113 million, and saying that number out loud, that is still a very, very large number. 113 million entire people. And I myself, I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but I myself remember the very first time that Roblox hit 100 million active monthly users for the first time. Like, I'm pretty sure that was even such like a big milestone, that was such a big issue and such a big deal for everyone that I made a video about it. I decided that that was good enough to talk about. So yeah, hearing 113 million, that is still a very, very big number, and I still can't believe that clearly we have surpassed that. We have far surpassed that by now. But moving into January 2020, they went up to 119 million, and then 121 million, 134 million, and then after March 2020 is where things really truly started to skyrocket, because after receiving kind of small-ish increases from 113 to 119 and then 119 to 121, they went straight from 134 to 146 million in April of 2020. And then you can see from that moment, it seems to be from March, the graph just keeps going up and up and up, and it's such like a steep uphill thing. And those increases themselves also kept increasing, and they kept going up by 10, more than 10, whatever, something around 10 million new active users every single month until November 2020, when they had 170 million active monthly users. And then something happened. I don't know what happened in the months of November and December, December, but something happened because they went from 170 million to 191 million. And then of course we can see that January 2021 and February 2021 is the peak. They were the peak, 199 million monthly active users throughout both of those months, and that is absolutely insane. That is the highest that Roblox has ever touched. And then of course March 2021 they did drop back down to 192 million, but that's still, I'm trying to say that is still such a massive number. The fact that they had to drop down to reach 192 million is insane. And the reason I took us through the entire graph is just so that I could show how insane this growth has been, and especially the fact that it's only been over the last 12 months or so. Of course, I believe the main factor and the main reason that this growth was able to happen is a very obvious one, but that's not the only one. Roblox couldn't have reached what they have today. They couldn't have been as successful as they are today without every single aspect of the platform, whether that be the Roblox staff themselves, whether that be the developers on the platform, whether it be game developers, UGC developers, clothing designers, literally every single person on this entire platform contributed even the teeniest, tiniest piece towards all of this success. What does this mean for Roblox? This was largely an expected drop. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Like, I also would have expected the drop to happen. Roblox has mentioned to investors that they expect a drop in users as global lockdowns ease. If we're gonna take ourselves back and just remember what happened during 2020 and the times where things were a lot more strict, or the times where things were starting to ease and restrictions were starting to ease themselves, I think that's where we can see patterns starting to form in the graph, because from the times and from the months where things were a lot more strict, that's where you can see the users starting to increase. And then from the times where things started to ease again and get less strict, that's where they started to drop back down until once again they got more and more strict, and that's where things just shot right up. But I mean, as a basic summary, is Roblox dying? No. No, Roblox is not dying. How can you look at a number like 192 million monthly active users and tell me that Roblox is dying? Because it's not. Although I don't typically look at numbers of like literally anything, I am now kind of curious to see how it's gonna go in April of 2021, because I'm curious to see if it's gonna follow the trend of decreasing or if it's gonna magically shoot back up once again, because it's very unpredictable at the moment. But please feel free to let me know what you guys think about this as well, because I have noticed there is a lot of people discussing this right now and saying that they believe it's gonna drop down a lot in April, and people seem to think that that's gonna be because they have supposedly cancelled the egg hunt, but I don't think that's going to be a very big factor in deciding on whether or not people actually stay on Roblox. I can't imagine people are not going to touch Roblox for the entire month of April simply because there's going to be no egg hunt. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I will always appreciate the love and support that you guys give me, and you know what? It helps me out a lot. But let me guessing over Roblox supposedly dying because they dropped down from 199 million to 192 million. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.